Well, Jeff, in fact, it has been a little while since the Rizzo and Jeff show was able to conjugate together and coagulate here on the same.
Well, look, we've had a busy few couple of days
Very,
in a positive light,
very.
so that was good.
I know that people are wondering things, and I can't wait till we could speak about those things more. I'll wait till people get on. But, just wanted to pop on, kind of show our faces. I wanted to say thank you because you were out at the Christmas Village and you came home and took Teddy for a walk the other night. We got like 4,000 stars.
Wow. Okay.
So,
all right. So we're creeping up there a little bit.
We are. I think. What is it? $32 away from the
cash out.
From the cash out.
Wow, that could help.
That'd be $250.
Yeah, that could help. That's something.
That could help us. So as people get on, we appreciate that. But I wanted to go over a couple things. Obviously, I'm just gonna say it. You are a watcher of The Price is Right.
I am. You probably hear it.
I hear it.
Okay.
The man's a killer.
No, he's not.
He's a killer.
No, he's not.
I'll get into that. I want to talk about that. I want to tell you what we've been up to and kind of as much as we can and kind of why we've kind of been somewhat absentee. I see a lot of downloads on the podcast, so thank you. We're 30-some bucks away from our next Facebook Stars Cash Out. I'd appreciate that. We're also going to try something. We started at Radio 95.1. It actually got us national recognition, but we didn't get the chance to do it, and it was Say Something Nice. You remember?
Yeah. It was actually something that, we flew to Dallas, Texas for a little boot camp, and it got recognized there, so... that was something that was pretty cool. It didn't win. They play favorites a little bit, but that's okay.
It is what it is. But
it should have.
And people said that to us. But do you remember?
They didn't have the audio. If you remember,
that's what it was. Because I was like, how could we lose?
Yeah,
that's what it was.
Yeah, we got up there and they're like, oh, unfortunate to tell you that we don't have the audio. So isn't that the whole thing?
Well, wait, and you've been to boot camp before, correct?
Yeah.
So each time they do this, they
have
audio.
Yes,
correct?
It's the Battle of the Bits. It's like the kind of the big thing that they do. It was a lot bigger in Chicago, by the way.
Wait, in Chicago and stuff?
I guess it was just, maybe because there was more people in the business at the time.
Yeah.
That could have been it. But, the room, I remember the room just being bigger in Chicago and, like, it being a bigger situation, yeah.
Well, I thought that, listen, because I will say, and I stand by it, was it not the Owen Wilson thing?
It was.
That was the thing.
Yeah, yes. Yep.
So I am sharing this because, again, I know that we have been off, and I wanted to, put up a big announcement from at Rizzo and Jeff show. Okay, and let's correct that. I can't spell to save my life.
Yeah, well, the hope is that the announcement comes before the Christmas holiday.
I was going to say, what is the likelihood you believe the announcement?
I leave next Friday, right?
Right.
So hopefully within, the coming, week or so, it'll happen. But, from what we learned, we know that due diligence is being done in this scenario.
Yeah, so I guess what I can, I guess for the, we'll start off there. I guess I can say, Jeff and I, we've kind of been all over the place. We haven't had a set schedule here recently because we have been talking to some people. And I guess the one thing I will say without giving anything away is that it's really nice because there are times that you sit here and you do this and you do these videos and, you're like, yeah,
sometimes you get 50 people, sometimes you don't.
Sometimes you get 50, sometimes you get 3. And you wonder if anyone
Right.
cares, but to see the amount of people who really root for you and me and like what we do is kind of humbling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I always said, look, it's gonna be
What's up, Sue?
It's gonna be the job you didn't expect. The people that come out of the blue, just out of the blue one day,
Right?
And boom, and then it happens.
And it's funny because how long does it take to get a regular job? So like if I were to apply to work at the hospital. How long would that take? Like
A couple of weeks, I'm sure.
Couple of weeks, right?
Yeah, so this is probably moving faster than a job like that.
Than a job like that. Yeah. So I hope that
interview 1, interview 2, interview 4.
So I hope that what we can do is I hope that maybe next Friday Jeff and I can lay it out. I don't know if we can, but the speed in which this is going, I think it's very plausible because I think,
Well, I don't think there's anything too complicated that would hiccup the situation. You always look for something that could be a possible hiccup in a situation, and I do not do that.
Listen, I worry. I do. I really worry because, I guess I just listen to some of the stuff that's on around the country. Like I will say this, the show that we would be competing against in this particular situation, it's that bad. It's that
and you
bad.
You keep saying to listen to it, but there's nothing to listen to. Do I listen to hear that there's nothing to listen to?
I think you know what
I'm up.
Listen, I believe it's 14 or 15 songs an hour. So for those of you who don't understand, that's just basically just playing music and a guy that's going, "Tell me about tipping." A call that's, it's not. So I think that, and maybe this is something that people could, weigh in on, especially, you can comment when you're watching the video back. Do we come in strong? Do we ease into this situation if it comes to fruition?
I think that we do what we feel is going to be best for us. I just think that we kind of pay attention to the situation. Maybe we came on a little strong here at 95.1. That's possible.
What it needed, though.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you this, I don't care, and I stand by this. Some of the highest ratings that we ever had were right away.
When we were doing what we felt should have been done.
When we were doing, right. And I think that this is a place that will surprise you. Let me ask you this. Do you feel that this show is better suited for a little music?
I do. And I always believe that. And I think I've told you that a bunch of times. Not a ton. We don't need to play a ton of tunes.
Nah.
But I think...
you mean 15?
Just there's no point even being there.
Yeah.
Just with our balance and our energy, I think some music involved as well would help it out.
And that's kind of why we have been kind of all over the place. So Jeff and I have been doing this, doing that, meetings, this, that. I literally ran home from laundry. We said we'll do a quick video, kind of update you guys, talk about a few things, say hi. But I think we will be able to, and I'll promote it. Hopefully what time are you leaving next Friday?
Oh, I'm outgoing at 8 a.m.
So meaning this would be a Thursday night thing?
This would have to be a Thursday night. I would assume that it would probably, come beforehand. So, we'll be able to tell about it. If not, I'm in the car. We just fire it up and I would be there. See, but I would be
right by the time
by the time we go on and stuff, I would be.
You'd be there and
I'd
able
be in Philly, yeah,
and we could join.
Yeah, I just tried my damnedest to beat the rush hour there in Philadelphia.
So, what's up, Rob? What's up, Mike? I guess people are starting to get the notifications. Yeah. What's up, Dane? How you doing? It's only taken 19 minutes. Jeff and I are good. We've been all over the place because it's looking like we're closing in on a situation, and maybe what we do, if and when this situation happens, maybe we asked for some advice. Maybe we came on too strong. Maybe Mr. Knickerbocker's got to go. Maybe we need a little more Knickerbocker. I mean, I don't know. I mean, how do you feel about Knickerbocker?
I think some of those things were more organic things that I talk about all the time. The things that, we didn't do it all the time.
No.
But they were organic to, some of the hardcore listeners. And then maybe we could get a little chunkle out of somebody that doesn't listen every day. Right.
Well, one thing that sticks out to me is, I don't know, and I know Dane does, but Chip Chat was probably one of the funniest breaks and discussions that we ever had. And that was when Jeff, I opened the break. It was 5 o'clock. It was like, Rizzo and Jeff, Radio 95.1. Want to talk about chips. And before I could even give you the reason, you lose your shit.
Yeah. Yeah, because I just couldn't believe that we got into the break, and I think that you just had a brain fart moment about where we were going to head, and then you kind of pivoted to chips.
To chips, I pivoted to chips,
and I don't know why you pivoted to chips, but you went there, and I had to lay it on the line for you.
You fucking told me.
I gave you a spanking for sure.
I will say this right. Listen, I'm not easing up on the Eagles stuff. I don't want to talk about it. Okay, other than to say
we talked plenty of Bills.
Okay, I get it. Once you did chicken biscuits, it took off. Will you do Ellie? Not on this station.
Oh, the chicken biscuit. Oh,
the chicken biscuit conversation.
The treats. The cup. Remember I showed them to you in the tops.
Yes. The chicken biscuits, right.
In the blue box.
Do you think that's when the show took off? I think the show took off, I would say, a little after Boney. I think we had COVID. I think then it, kind of clicked when we did the hot tub orgy thing.
Okay. Hot tub orgy.
My hot tub orgy.
You choked. Yeah.
I did choke.
Yeah.
And no, there's absolutely no Christmas tree. There's no point. He's going to go home, going to spend with the Bambino and the fam, so why? But this could very well, this is, unless a miracle happens, our last Christmas in Rochester. What are your thoughts about that? How do you feel about that?
Well,
Dandelion forging was good.
That was good. The dandelions were good. Look, I think you'll miss what wasn't completed. Okay, in a sense. Do you know what I mean? Like a job not finished type of thing. Right?
Yes, yeah. You feel like there's unfinished business.
Right, and there is there.
Do you feel that way?
I do.
I do too.
I don't think we were completed. I don't think we got the shot to complete it. So,
I agree with that.
So all those things were just a bit troublesome.
But I think we will get that at this particular place.
I agree. I'm right there with you, and I think you'll find the music to be, a little refreshing for you and things of that nature,
and I think the people who follow us, and then the new Rizzo and Jeff family, whether you're from Rochester, you're from Detroit, you're from Traverse City, wherever you're from, Detroit, Rochester, I think the family grows. And then I was thinking about this. Maybe we do some merch, like maybe next Christmas, because we're going to go and we're going to slay. I can't even say his name.
Right.
We're going to slay this guy.
Right. Yeah.
In short order, we're going to slay this guy.
Yeah. Well, let's never say that. You never know with us. Things take forever sometimes.
Well, okay. Let me say this.
But I think it'll be in short order. For sure. We'll be talked about.
I agree. And I don't think they're to blame, Rob, our Italian friend. I just think that, when you work for a corporation who has to answer to 10 million people.
Yeah.
I will just say, because none of you would ever figure out how to figure out this particular company is paying dividends on their stocks while iHeart is trying to cut budgets. Right. So that's, I think, the difference
that could come this week. Don't get out of yourself.
You think the iHeart cuts come?
If they're going to do it, they love to do it this week and next week, kind of.
I've noticed that what they've been doing is giving people bigger regions. And for those of you who don't know what that means like there's a guy who oversees like 10 markets. They're now giving 15 markets to that person.
Right.
So I'll be honest with you. You want my honest opinion? I think that this might be a jukebox within the next year.
They had some ratings. They were okay. It's not like they're lighting the world on fire. So they came up a little bit ratings-wise and stuff. So.
Well, and again, I think that will fade. But what won't fade is the Rizzo and Jeff show. And I'll tell you what, I was getting sad. There's a couple things. One, I started taking this Ozempic, which I'm stopping.
Okay. Do we get Ozempic angry?
Oh,
okay.
We get very Ozempic angry.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I think between you and Lisa, Lisa's baby hands just wanted to cut my balls off 90 times. I get Ozempic angry. And I will say for the weight that I would lose, it's not worth it. I have a lady. What do I need to lose weight?
Yeah, that's what I
for?
figure.
What I mean?
Yeah, you assume that at this point. Who cares if you're a big,
fat
Bodgegaloop slob.
She's skinny for both of us.
Right.
Why do I need to look sexy? Why do
Right.
I wanted to
Enough
lose
of
the
that
weight?
shit.
You,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why get Ozempic angry?
Yes.
So I'm going back to the Victos.
Right. Why can't I drink canned cheese?
That's right.
Right?
Listen, she said, oh, my tummy hurts. I said, good, baby. I'm going to get you some soup. Daddy's eating Chinese.
That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
All right, I'm done with the Ozempic.
Love the Chinese.
What's the over-under on how many more murders before you leave? Oof. Yes, Panchi merch that will be coming. I assume you will have to. I'm gonna get that to happen. Just eat healthier. You guys act like a fat. I just don't eat a lot.
Right.
I don't eat a lot.
Right. Murders. It's been a little quiet because of the cold. I think so. I think the cold has kept it a little quiet.
I was walking. I always drop baby hands off at the front, buzz her in, leave her there, park the car, come in. I was crossing and there's a guy running up and down the street with a wagon.
Oh, okay.
And he's throwing bottles. I mean, I'm just like, over under on the murders before we leave. If we leave, let's say 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks. If we leave, is that a murder a week? Is that feasible?
I think there's more than that.
You think there's a murder a week?
2 to 3 murders a week.
2 to 3 murders a week.
Yeah.
So based on that, if we go, so you think that there will be between 15 and 23 murders.
Yeah, let's do 12 to 18.
Okay, so you're going to go 12 to 18. I am going to...
The holidays are going to knock off a few days for people.
Yeah.
So like Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, so you could probably take those out. New Year, partying.
Yeah. Well, does a murder... drugs... All right, I'll tell you what. I am going to take the under on 18, the over on 12. I'm going to meet you in the middle, and I'm going to go 15 murders.
Okay.
15 murders by the time we leave.
We should have did Murder Mondays.
They hated the idea, but I love the idea of Murder Mondays.
Yeah, would have talked about it.
But you know what? Maybe the next place won't. Are you moving out of Rochester when your lease is up? Probably a little before, maybe. If things continue the way that they are going. Jimmy Carter, make it to your next show. That's a great question. No. He looks
Isn't he sitting in
like
hospice
he
still?
looks like he
Jesus
is
Christ.
fucking lost.
He's still in hospice, isn't he?
He is absolutely still in hospice, yes. And thank you to, I know who that is. I think the thumb is watching. Look who's watching.
All right. Yeah.
How'd he do?
Yeah.
What's up? Is Jimmy Carter going to make it to the show? If we start...
You think Jimmy
Do
Carter
I think
gets
Jimmy
a
Carter
2024?
No.
Does he even make it before Kringle arrives?
I told you I believe Jimmy Carter was going to die before.
But the wife goes, so it's got to be. You know how that works out, you know?
Yeah.
The wife goes,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Well,
and he was the
Dane,
one.
it's a little too late.
Yeah, he was the one that was in bad shape leading into it. You know, she hit us out of the blue for the death pool.
Rosie Carter?
Yeah.
I got like 3. Who else died that I had on my plate? Rosie Carter. I had, listen, Jimmy, there's no way Jimmy Carter makes it another 8 weeks.
Yeah, I don't think so. Like I said, he's already been, Google his health. I bet you he's still sitting in hospice.
I'm not
How
trying.
long do people sit in hospice for?
I'm not trying to.
What, did he move in?
I'm not trying to laugh, but if you look at him at the funeral, he looked like
he belonged there.
He looked like he maybe was on a trip. He was
Okay.
on an acid trip, right? He was on something like that.
Was it when they wheeled him in? Yes, yeah.
Yeah, no, listen, and it's not that. And listen, I will say this, Rob, we don't have any animosity.
No.
We just know that situations and times call for different things, and, breaks happen, breaks don't. But, I think that we are close to done and dusted. Will salesman at the new place sell your show?
Will it be on you?
Well, Mike, unlike the person who contacted you and deferred you, I'll say this: I think this is a great team.
Yeah, it looks like a real quality team that is there, and I think I don't think it'll be too much of a fight to sell us. Yeah.
No, and here's where I'm a little confused. We are going, I think, to a place unknown, not totally unknown, but it's Rizzo and Jeff unknown. What do I mean? Where's that line? Do I come balls to the wall with Jimmy Carter dying? Do I, let's say I was going to throw out a quick discussion. Drew Carey, I think he's a killer. You know, obviously we know that his poor fiance was murdered, just sentenced, the murder.
So how is
to
he
life.
Involved in this?
I just think it's too much of a coinky-dink right as he's about to get the price she disappears. I'm just going to throw it out there and say that.
I forget. Didn't he announce that on like Jay Leno?
Leno?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was like the announcement of him getting the prices right. It was on like Leno or like Letterman or something. It might have been Letterman too.
You know what? I don't know, but I just find it that when you have a sitcom, right, and then you kind of go away, you disappear, no one cares about you, and then out of nowhere,
well,
you
Rizzo,
get the
that sitcom was not that good.
The Drew Carey show?
Come on,
Jeff.
She was the star of the show.
I agree with you, but he was the comic foil. He was the comic foil. I don't think it's the Ultimate Warrior's hometown.
No. Well, it took for him on the price. It took a little bit, but I did prefer him being Fat Bodgakaloop Drew when he was on there.
Well, here's the thing, and I will say this: I noticed that he ends each one of his shows with "I love you." He calls it the platonic "I love you."
See, but Mikey Champion, you probably watched The Price is Right, and at the end, it is this very forced and bizarre way of saying goodbye on the show. It's like, "I love you," go take care of your friends, and then he just like leaves. It's like,
so didn't Bob say, blah blah blah? It's The Price is Right. Have your pets spayed or neutered, right?
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Yeah,
so he says, blah, 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 it's The Price is Right.
Yeah, but
I love you.
Yeah, but it's right. It's never it's just never it changes all the time. It's like, I love you, and, wash your socks.
Okay, so because he calls it the platonic I love you, a tiny miracle takes place at the end of most mornings around 11:59. Drew announces the winner of the showcase. Crap. Okay, and like his predecessor Bob, Carey encourages viewers to spay and neuter their pets, but unlike Barker, Carey captures goodbye with the platonic I love you from Glendale, California.
Yeah, when I watch it, it looks very forced. Like he gets up there to the end and he did an improv show. He did. So you would think that he could improv and I love you at the end, and it gets very uncomfortable.
Speaking of which, he wasn't part of it. He was the host. I want to talk.
No, he got in on some of it. Yeah.
With Colin Mockery? Who's on it anyway? No, he didn't.
The funniest one ever was the one with Richard Simmons. There was nothing greater than the Richard Simmons.
I think we played some of that audio. Yeah. Let's see. Drew isn't doing it for me like before. That's a you thing. Drew never did it for me. I loved his sitcom. Let's see. Kelsey Grammer, will you be talking about him in Pillow Talk? I think I can slide Kelsey in, don't you? Like, do you think this is the kind of audience that would get? Oh, right.
Yeah, right.
Let's see. He's not a serial killer. You guys watching game shows all day.
Just The Price.
Is that your only game?
Sometimes.
Is it the only game?
Yeah, sometimes I'll come in at the midway point of let's make a deal.
Okay.
But some of that feels forced to me too. Like there's actors. Like it doesn't feel right. Just the way that people act like that. It's not normal.
So Mike thinks no, you're not into the soaps. I used to love The Guiding Light.
When my mom watched them back in the day, she watched all the ABC ones. General Hospital, One Life to Live.
Yeah.
She liked Rick Springfield on General Hospital.
For sure.
Little Jesse's girl, but.
I think you tell the hot tub orgy story day one. I gotta tell you, here's the thing about that. You need to let people know you're there, and they're gonna know, just like you knew.
Right.
We were here.
Yeah, day one coming out of the gate with that might be.
That might be a little strong. And again, it's going to take a couple months, I think, to really build who are these guys?
Right.
Why are they running around with a camera? Why are they, chasing people?
And I think that's the way that we probably would have to go about it this time around. Kind of like we did before here.
So, do you think? I guess. If there was one lesson that you say that you learned from Radio 95.1, at least our time here? What did you learn that could help us for this next opportunity?
Yeah, take advice, but be yourself. Okay.
Okay.
Don't be forced to change who you are, just to like fit something fully. Like, try to stay true to yourself. I think. Yeah.
Can you get the tape of day one in Rochester? That was a great. I have it.
Yeah,
I have every
piece
show.
of audio.
I have every piece of audio that we've ever done. So you know what I will do?
That was on a Saturday.
That was. I have that audio, and not only do I have that audio, I will put that up on the Patreon first, and I'll put that up this weekend here on the Facebook. Oh, that's right. I did want to try something out because Jeff and I are going to be bringing back something that we weren't able to really fulfill here, and I want Jeff to do this. I want to see if he can, because he got me with Owen Wilson. Jeff and I were recognized nationally at a radio convention for our segment called Say Something Nice. And it was Say Something Nice about Owen Wilson, because at the time, didn't he do a movie called Paint?
It was the Bob Ross movie. Yes, he did it about Bob Ross. Yeah.
Yes, okay. And by the way, I think it bombed like you believed it would.
Yeah.
But we said we wanted to, for concert tickets, give, what was it? Do you remember? I don't even remember the show.
God,
some Almost Queen, whatever.
Yeah, one of those. That stupid Almost Queen.
But by the way, do they come
Queen.
here once every 2 weeks?
Jesus Christ.
What's
Almost Queen? It's like they...
Yes, the first weekday I have 100% in folders by time, by break number. You think I'm lying? I kid you not, I have that. That will be up on the Patreon, and I'll do that this weekend for you guys to listen to. So we're going to try, because I think we want to incorporate this into our next show. Say something nice. But Jeff, I'm going to lay this on you. I want Jeff and everyone watching to say something nice about Jimmy Kimmel.
See, you laid that one down, and right before we went on, and it's very hard to come up with something nice about Jimmy Kimmel. Are there Jimmy Kimmel people out there?
You know what?
While
while you babble and try to say something nice, yes, we will. Scatty Wrestling will come. We're going to be ourselves. We just have to ease into it a little bit. But let me see.
Really,
Jimmy Kimmel fan club. There's got to be one, right?
Really, all I got about Jimmy Kimmel is that he banged Sarah Silverman.
He banged Sarah Silverman, right?
So
but like bag. All right. So let's see. Jimmy Kimmel JimmyKimmel.net. All right, let's see what we got. We're trying to say something nice about Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel has always been a great steward of comedy, and his respect for Norman. Are you fucking drunk, Mike? What, a steward of comedy and his respect for
Adam Carolla? Wasn't he doing a thing with Carolla?
It was the Man Show.
The
Man
sucked. Show. Yeah, that was bad. Carolla. He's another snooze.
All right, let me tell you something. Carolla or Kimmel?
Carolla.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Let's see. Contribute to at JimmyKimmel.net. He's promoting Adam Carolla's new movie Road Hard. Let's see.
He has a .net? No, this is old. Come on, this can't be real.
This is JimmyKimmel.net. How is this not? This page is dedicated to Jimmy Kimmel. Currently, hosts Jimmy Kimmel Live on ABC weeknights at 12:05. Is he still on at 12:05?
You know what the problem is? I think it's that maybe I just am not up at 12:05 to appreciate him.
He created Ben Stein's Money.
Now, I liked Ben Stein's Money. I was okay with the Ben Stein's Money
I love when Ben Stein's Money.
That was a good show.
Wasn't that?
That was a good game show.
Who the fuck is Ben Stein, and why does he have money like that?
Okay, all right. He gets one.
He gets one, right?
Ben Stein, yeah.
Let's see. What are the people saying? That was genius. Had the chicks on trampolines. I may have had a Chardonnay. Yes, yes. For you to say that he's a great steward of comedy, you've had more than a Chardonnay.
Yeah.
The man.
Why having Chardonnays?
The Man
of all things.
Are you out of Bud Light? What's happening to you, bro?
Yeah.
Man Show 2 was Doug Stanhope and Joe. I don't care about that. It's say something nice about Jimmy Kimmel. We're on JimmyKimmel.net.
Nobody has said anything nice. You're just stating facts about Jimmy Kimmel.
This is why it's hard, because it was like, say something nice about Owen Wilson. I'll give you an example. If you were to say something nice about Baby Hands, I would say Baby Hands is really beautiful and she's a good kisser. Or I would say something like, I really love spending time with her, even though I've been Ozempic angry.
Okay.
Right? Can you say something nice about Jimmy Kimmel?
I don't have too much, and maybe it's because I don't invest a lot of Kimmel time into my life. Okay.
What percentage of your life?
Probably 0.
Okay, 0.
Yeah.
Let me try to pull up the win, because here's the thing: if I didn't realize that he was the steward, the stalwart behind Win Ben Stein's fucking money,
there could be. His problem is he got too political. But there could be a lot of love for Kimmel, and I just don't know it. I mean, I could be completely off base here.
Well, I got to tell you, not much love coming. Okay, so Win Ben Stein's money. So, that's right. He was, look at him. He was like the silly, tacky co-host. He was like really silly. Yeah. Leather jacket. Let's see.
Hello, I'm Ben Stein.
Okay.
And today, I'm going to make history. I'm putting up $5,000 that says I know more than you. So if you're smart enough, fast enough, and if you've got the guts, you can win Ben Stein's money.
Do you know what's funny about Win Ben Stein's money? Nobody. Who is Ben Stein?
Right.
And why is it about him?
Where has he been?
And where's he been?
Right.
What's he? And here's Kimmel in the back.
Right.
Let's see if we can get a Kimmel joke.
Thank you, Ben.
Here we go.
Thank you so very much.
Okay.
All righty, let's meet our contestants. Contestant number 1 is Philip Curry. Philip is a carpenter who is
like
seriously into
Denzel.
whips and leather, according to
Into
my
whips
card.
and leather.
Yeah?
He looks happy.
Well, I guess you'd be happy just not being beat, wouldn't you?
Dominant, not submissive.
Oh, okay. This has gone real weird. At first guest on the first show. This is fucking nuts.
Well,
By the way, for those of you just tuning in, we're talking about Jimmy Kimmel. We're trying to say something nice about Jimmy Kimmel because it looks like the Rizzo and Jeff show will return. We can't say much more than that right now. Hopefully by next week we can if you're just tuning in. But we're listening to Jimmy Kimmel because we're going to bring back Say Something Nice. But it's Say Something Nice about Jimmy Kimmel. Jeff's going to think. We're looking through
I don't have much.
Just keep trying.
I'm trying.
Just keep trying. Let me see. So Jimmy Kimmel.
Can
I stand over here?
Alexandria, who is now moving down, is Alexandria Sage. She's an actor and an animal rescuer.
Very good. Very excellent animal rescue. Yay!
So you're an actor and an animal rescuer.
What is the biggest animal you've ever rescued?
That would be a Rottweiler.
Yeah?
Recently, which decided to give birth in the backseat of my car as I was rescuing it, and I got a speeding ticket at the same time.
Nice cop. Do you think the Rottweiler, though, actually made the decision to give birth there in your car? This is a beautiful Buick. I think I'll spew some pups onto it. How many puppies did the animal have?
4.
Yeah?
Oh, cute.
And you actually got the ticket.
I
Yes,
think she's
What
little
was the
shit,
bastard
too.
cop's name? Philip. If you see this guy, I want you to,
Who? Okay,
All right,
he's very cocky.
All right, get me to Dan.
You want to get to
the
Dan? All right.
whips and the
Thank
chains. And Dan Baer is an administrator.
Baer?
What do you administrate?
I administer.
Dan Baer, he is a fuck. This man is humongous.
Nobody's last name is Bear.
His name is Dan Baer, B-E-A-R.
What a liar.
Okay, on Win Ben Stein's money, we're trying to say
His last name is maybe it's like B-E-H-R.
like Bear the Paint.
Yeah.
See, right? That was Fallon. He didn't do the Saved by the. The candy bit is funny. That's you're thinking of the wrong Jimmy. We're talking Jimmy Kimmel, not Jimmy Fallon. Now we're going back to his early work. Now what is his name? Jim Bear. Okay.
Dan Bear.
Okay, and Dan Bear is an administrator. So we're trying to figure out some comedy here.
Administer the University of Southern California's Language Center.
Oh, very
that's a
good.
big job.
And,
Big job.
Dan also likes animals. He uses date dogs to keep his social life active.
Now, what are date dogs?
Date dogs are my two Cocker Spaniels who keep my social calendar busy when I take them on walks in the street.
Very good. Well, very good. I think you're not giving yourself enough credit, though. It's not the dogs, Dan, it's you.
Do they attack women?
Wait. Did you hear what he just said?
I heard what he just said.
No, what he's about to say.
And drag them home for you, or how does that work?
They just pee on people I don't like.
Oh, good. Well, that's nice.
High praise
Wait a minute.
indeed.
Wait a minute.
You're not giving yourself enough credit,
Do
though.
they-
It's not the dogs, Dan,
Do
it's
they
you.
attack women and drag them home for you, or how does that work?
They just pee on people I don't like.
Oh, good. Well, that's
High
nice.
praise indeed.
We got quite a bunch here tonight, Ben.
Contestants, good luck. You're going to need it. Now, everyone, please turn your attention.
Okay, I got to tell you, that sucked. That was awful.
So the shtick was smart Alec.
So, right, I'm the... So
Edgy,
Ben,
smart Alec.
So this was the edgy 90s guy. So you have Ben Stein, the guy from the 80s,
Right.
Ferris Bueller.
Right, sure.
Then you have the up-and-coming zinger.
Yeah, and he hit
Comedian.
See, I don't like a zinger.
I don't like zing.
No.
Here's the thing. You're a zinger guy, but you deliver the zingers when appropriate. You don't zing just to zing.
Right.
He zings just to zing.
Yeah, he does a lot of zinging.
He zings. It's not good stuff. It's so I'm just trying. Has anyone said anything? Jimmy Kimmel does a great Karl Malone impression.
Didn't Karl Malone knock up a 16-year-old?
Did he really?
Yeah, I think so. Isn't that the story?
I don't know much
underage.
about his sex life. Hold on. Karl Malone. Let's see. Oh God, I don't like.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah, hold on. Let me just make sure this is the man.
Man show.
Oh wait, hold on. Okay, so Karl Malone on Aliens. Oh God, some of this stuff I don't think you could see on TV anymore. Okay, let's see. Here we go. It's comedy.
Sometime at night, Karl Malone look up in sky and say, "What the hell going on up there? Do UFO live on other planet, phoning home like E.T.?" Karl Malone read on TV about white people getting deducted by aliens, sticking all kind of hell up their butt, and that's a damn thing. Now, Karl Malone never seen no flying saucer himself, but if he do, that's gonna be a spooky time. That's why Karl Malone say government got to step up and give 102% to keeping them little green man off this here earth. Because the day them dudes stick something up Karl Malone butt, that ain't gonna be no good time for nobody, especially Karl Malone butt. Listen up, E.T. You better stay the hell back. Nanu, nanu. Until next time, this here Karl Malone.
You know.
I mean, the premise is funny. Sticking something up Karl Malone ass.
Right.
We got not impressed, not notified. Shocking, Kim.
Yeah.
Basically, did Kimmel kill Screech? Listen, here's the thing, Kim, and we've been on a while. You're one of the people who downloads the podcast. You'll hear, but Jeff and I have been kind of crazy busy. Some things are kind of coming into focus for us, and hopefully, we're hoping by the time you leave next Friday, so by next Thursday or before, we can announce.
I bet it comes a little sooner, so that's the hope.
Are we supposed to be hearing this? That Karl Malone thing? Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
That was the point. The point was we are bringing back something. I wanted Jeff to just. You've had now 11 minutes. Is there anything?
Nothing.
You got nothing.
I mean.
Let's see. I will say this, Kim. We are excited, but you gotta. Let's just keep it until we know everything is. You can't hear Kimmel Joanne because I turned him off because he sucks.
Yeah, and that's why stick him on 12:05. Call it a day.
How about this? I heard that he was good in bed.
Are you making things up just to come up with something?
No. Sarah Silverman said that he was not the worst of her lovers.
Okay.
He was decent in bed. I know, not the steward, Mike. He's not a steward of shit.
Yeah.
He's
he
not
doesn't
a
steward anything.
He doesn't steward anything.
No stew in front of his name. No.
No, not at all. So, listen, I think this has been fun. We've missed you guys. Obviously, we can only say so much, but I think there's a level of excitement, relief. How do you feel?
Yeah, good. And I feel something could come sooner than later. So we're going to find out. So, at any given day, things could happen. So,
Listen, if we fire this puppy, what we'll do is we'll give it a day. So we'll promote, say, big announcement. We'll give it a day. But keep those prayers coming. We appreciate it. I'm going to put up the very first Rizzo and Jeff show in Rochester on Patreon tonight.
The weekday show.
The weekday show.
Okay, all right.
And then I will
don't even remember it. I just remember the Saturday show. But...
I think if I'm not mistaken, it had to do. I believe we had Oprah. I think it was an Oprah thing. We got to Oprah somehow, and I think we did some kind of like montage. Not 100%. Either way, guys. Well, listen, you live and you learn. Yeah. So we hope that we will be able to fill you guys in soon. Thank you. Make sure you're downloading the podcast. If you'd like to hear, make sure you, we are, what is it, 30 some bucks, like stars away. We're like 3,200 stars away from being able to
cash out. Imagine if we could do that and get that. That would really help, huh?
That would help.
Yeah.
So we will definitely, and maybe what we'll do is maybe everyone, you hold it, and then when we tell you what's going on, maybe we have a goodbye Rizzo and Jeff Star Palooza.
Okay.
Something like that.
Or maybe we can meet up somewhere with everybody.
I was thinking.
We'll kick it around.
And then we'll do something. All right. Until then, guys, we will see you. I'll do a little video. Keep an eye out. I'm sorry for all the craziness, but we promise you it'll be worth it. It's pretty exciting. It consisted of that's right.
Probably about right.
Yep, that's probably how many. Listen,
and we took all those calls too, if I remember correctly.
You know what's funny? How many Where's Earl's call came in? I believe it was 2, and we took them both. And I think it was that Congress lady or whatever the hell that lady.
Yeah, the woman here
that hates us because we were men who got a job.
Well, I think that they were expecting more calls to come in, like Where's Earl, and they didn't.
It didn't.
They really didn't. It was pretty surprising. So more texts than the calls.
Yeah, it might have been. 10, 15 texts, but then we just can't. And they were like, "Oh, just dump it." I'm like, "Nah, let's take them.
Yeah.
Let's do it."
That's we wanted to be real about the entire situation.
That's the
Barnhart.
Yeah, that's it. That's right. That's the one thing I wish that I wish they would have just said, "Here's the deal, guys. Rizzo and Jeff made too much money.
What did Barnhart say? We were two white privileged guys, or whatever it was.
I believe, and correct me if something to the effect of, how dare you let go of an African American man and a female for 2 privileged white men who had not a dime to their name,
I know.
Who sat through a pandemic.
Yep.
You have no idea what goes on in our lives. You have no idea what we've been through. And let me tell you, is this privilege?
Yeah.
Are we living in privilege?
We're living the life. Everybody on that show was living better than us.
Yeah, I got D and C'd first week. That's right. So that's what was said. But you know what? We got a lot of great stuff coming. Make sure you download the podcast. Make sure you send those stars. You help us out. We're close to cashing out. Nothing on Kimmel? You got nothing?
I've had nothing for 15 minutes.
All right. It is what it is. All right, everybody. Peace out. We'll see you. It's Rizzo and Jeff.